Always walk through life as if you have something new to learn, and you will. Namaste, everyone, and I welcome you to the another episode of Feel the Bliss podcast. I am so excited to announce that you can listen to our show on Google Podcasts as well. And I'm also very happy to see your excitement for the acceptance episode, but guys, the wait is little longer. So today, let's take a different route. Let me share a beautiful story with you guys. Story of a little girl with big dreams. Story of Lily. She lived in a small town surrounded by snow-capped mountains, a beautiful waterfall nearby, a beautiful lake nearby, with her loving parents and siblings. Painting, dancing, fishing, writing were her hobbies. She was in love with her life. Every weekend, she used to go fishing with her father to a lake nearby, and it was a beautiful lake, a sparkling lake with a unique glimpse of some spectacular scenery. An island was visible from this end of the lake, and every time she used to go fishing, she insisted on visiting the other end of the lake, where this island was. But her father always told her it's a ghost land, and nobody should ever visit that land. Now this ghost story made her curious to know about what is this all about, and literally she asked every villager about the ghost stories they knew. She started noting them down. As she grew, her father shifted to city to provide her and her siblings better education. She was an extraordinary child in academics and she got good grades, but she never left her love for writing. She never left, gathering these ghost stories. And as she ended her high school, she started working for her first novel. And she even published it, but it was not very much successful. But she never gave up. She loved these ghost stories. She was in love with the suspense, the thriller, the horror, and she wanted the world to know about these ghost stories. She wanted the world to believe in these ghosts. So she started working on her second novel, and this time she worked hard and she just gave her best and bang on. It was super hit and her career took off. She wrote many novels and then she entered into showbiz. She wrote scripts of many successful horror movies, just earned so many awards and laurels, and everything was just going fantastic. Her life went on. She was riding high on success and she was really happy with her life. She moved to another country, got married, had kids, and became one of the most renowned writers, especially is in this genre. Life went on, more movies, more books, more awards, and she almost turned 75. She was working on another novel, and her grandchild requested her to tell her about the native place, and suddenly the whole family were very curious to visit the native land. Initially, she was hesitating because in this age she didn't want to travel so much, but then she agreed and they all were very excited and they planned and they left for the hometown. After a long journey, she almost reached her village and she was so shocked to see what she was seeing. That small town is now a developed city with high-rise buildings. The waterfall gone, the greenery gone, the lake gone. She was not happy. But her family was still happy to see the old house, the farm, because from where they were coming, it was still a small place. Better place than from where they were coming. Everyone were happy but they were wishing that there was something more natural there, and somebody told them that there's a wildlife park nearby, few miles away, and if they wish they can go there. And she was confused. She had never heard about this place and she was like, my village has changed so much. I always imagined my old village when I was writing my stories, and it's all gone. It's all gone. She decided that let's see what that wildlife park has to offer. So she went there with her family and they were having a gala time there. And she was having a stroll there, and suddenly something happened. She sensed something familiar, something that was so similar to her childhood days. That fresh air, that music of waves hitting the shore. She walked towards that voice with excitement, and as she was climbing, her eyes were filled with tears of joy. The sky was turning orangish as the sun was about to set. And in front of her, it was that lake, that sparkling water, that beautiful scenery. The sky is turning pinkish and purplish, and the sun was setting. She was witnessing the most beautiful sunset of her life. Smile on her face, tears in her eyes, and bliss in her heart. She realized she was at the other end of that lake, her ghost land, a place which was her ghost land all her life. A place. Every time she was writing those ghost stories, those horror movie script, every time she was thinking about this ghost land. She was convinced that this is the ghost land, and today the same land gave her the opportunity to witness the most mesmerizing moment, the mesmerizing sunset which she will never forget. She will cherish all her life. She came back home, threw her ghost novel in fire, and started with a new novel. And the title was The Other Perspective. Wow. Don't you think that is happening to us? That is what is happening with each one of us in life. We get to know a truth according to us, and we just stick to that truth, that one perspective, that one thought process, that one notion for weeks, months, years, and maybe for life, without even trying to see the other perspective, without even putting the effort to know that what is there at the other end. Just believing what is being told to us. We think what we know is the ultimate truth, but maybe it's just the another side of the truth. Just like the another side of that lake. The sunset was beautiful from one end of the lake and from the other end of the lake. There was actually no end. The end of the lake is also a beginning of that lake, and that beginning of that lake is also the end of the lake. And it's all about perspective. Maybe that is what we are not understanding. Maybe there is no end. Maybe there is no beginning. Maybe there is no right. Maybe there is no wrong. Maybe the thing that we fear all our life could be that one thing that will make all our wishes come true. Maybe that ghost land is the land that is going to give us the most beautiful moments of our life. Maybe there is no good place or bad place. It's all about putting your efforts in the place you are. It's all about the courage to see the other side of the story. It's all about the courage to put the effort to make that ghost land into the most beautiful place you've ever visited. It's all about perspective. It's all about the other side. And when we will have the courage to see the other side of the story, the other perspective, that is when we will start walking on the path of acceptance, the path of loving all, respecting all, accepting all. I really hope you enjoyed the story. Sending you so much love, you guys. Namaste.